So we are at the Leon Levine Foundation, and this is an Encore single panel 54 STC rated operable wall with a fabric finish on it, automatic top seals, 120 pounds of force on the bottom seals. So a premier operable partition for this type of space. If there's another meeting going on, because they're gonna have meetings in both spaces, how much can you hear me talking on the other side of the wall, and is it blocking that sound from the other side? So 54 is right near the top of the industry. 56 is gonna be your highest for horizontal partition. 54 is going to be to the point where if I'm talking like this, you might be able to hear that somebody's talking on the other side of the wall, but you're not going to be able to understand what I'm saying. So it works great if you have meetings going on in both spaces. That way you're not interrupting one another in each space. So now breaking down the wall, we're just working in reverse order. We got to bring up that bottom seal, which is that bottom one there. So now you're going to take that expandable. All right, so now that you have that backed in all the way, now we're going to start working on setting this up. So remember how this one is going to operate. It's a little different. There you go. Notice how he got out of the way of the panel and moved it. Now he's going to need this hand crank. For each one of these panels, you're going to need to activate and bring up that bottom seal. So one thing I do want to demonstrate with programmable track, the track is going to tell the panels to do exactly what you want to do. So technically I could just take the panel like this, push it with one hand, and it's going exactly where it's supposed to. Now we're going to take these doors. Once again, just make sure that they're folded until we get past that sensor. And this in here. And lock that into place. First thing you're going to do, lift up that lock. It's going to be locked in place like that. We're going to push this pocket door forward. Fold these, make sure it's folded so you don't hit that up there. If this is out, you're gonna hit right into that. So swing these doors outwards. Make sure it's completely open. Now we're gonna start taking panels out. Once you bring the panel out, you're just gonna walk right behind it. Big thing with setting up these operable walls is we wanna make sure everything's flush, and it has to start with the first panel. Otherwise your wall is gonna be out of alignment and it's not gonna seal at the back. So make sure this is lined up. Push it into place. Now all we're gonna do is rotate this and bring down those bottom seals. Once you feel a little resistance, as soon as you feel a little bit of resistance, do about another half rotation and that'll be set into place. Yep. So if this one is off, by the time you get down to there, you know, 1/4 of an inch is gonna be almost a whole inch, and that is not gonna seal against the back of the jamb. So now we're gonna have our demonstrator here, Catherine, who has never touched an operable wall panel before, try to operate the system. And then as soon as it hits there, the panel is gonna tell the track, based on the components on there, that it's supposed to turn. And now you'll just walk behind that the rest of the way. Make sure that's in alignment. There you go.
How easy was that, Captain?
Easy.
Programmable track. User passive. All right, so now when we get to these last two panels, you'll notice the automatic top seals are gonna be on the opposite side of all the rest of these. So instead of this second weldment catching the panels, I'm gonna bring this down. It turns right there. Last one, we're gonna do the same thing. Okay. So you can let the expandable do most of the work for you. Bring this out here. This is gonna telescope out and meet the jamb. So I wanna make sure once again that that is in alignment. So once we make sure that that is hitting all the way from the top to the bottom, now you'll notice the rest of this is gonna seal into place. Okay, so we're gonna come to the bottom seal here. And that's how you set up the wall.